Hi, it's Alaska Granny. If you have a chance to go to Dollar Tree, here are some ideas for emergency grocery meal preps. We know that it's important that we have food on hand so we can feed our family, but groceries are getting very expensive. You can still find grocery items for $1.25 at Dollar Tree, and so I tried to put together some different meal ideas for emergencies. An emergency can be as simple as you're just out of time. You need to put something together in a hurry. It's easier to reach into your pantry, grab a few items that you've already bought, and that's going to be easier and cheaper than going to, say, drive-through dining. It's important that we try to plan ahead. Maybe we run out of money before we run out of month. We can still reach into our pantry and find some of our emergency grocery meal prepping ideas and make a meal for your family. So it saves you time and money, and then you can get your life back on track. Even if it's just busy, you've got to take the kids to sports, or it could be something that you have bad weather, or you're sick, or there's all kinds of reasons that we want to be prepared. It doesn't have to be for some SHTF apocalypse. We might have something like that happen, and then we're prepared for that as well. But in the meantime, we are trying to get through the day-to-day emergencies that can interfere with keeping our lives running smoothly and making the best of each day. So the first item that I bought at the Dollar Tree was a nice big box of penne pasta. You can see they're still selling them 25% more free. So it's a 20-ounce package for $1.25, and that's a lot of pasta. To go with my pasta, I picked up a can of beef chili. I can make some chili mac if I want, and then if I want it to be tastier, I also picked up a can of the nacho cheese sauce. And this one is mild. I think it comes in a medium, but I try to get mild because I don't like my food that spicy. So I could make an easy chili mac. I probably don't even need to use the entire box of pasta, but I could if I needed to stretch it farther or put some away for another meal later. Next, I bought a package of the Hungry Jack dehydrated hash browns. You just need to add water to these, let them rehydrate, fry them in a pan, and you've got some nice, delicious fried potatoes. What goes good with that? I picked up a can of chicken chili. So it's a little different flavor than the beef chili. Even though you have 2 cans of chili, they have a different flavor. So that can make your meals more varied. It doesn't have to be boring, same flavor. It's a lot the same kind of thing, but mixing it up just a little can keep your family fed in an interesting way. And if I didn't use all of my cheese, I could top a little cheese over those potatoes with the chicken chili. Next, I bought a big old box of spaghetti noodles. These are also 25% free. So there's 20 ounces of spaghetti noodles for $1.25. I picked up a simple can of Hunt's pasta sauce. You can have pasta with your noodles, and then you have a dinner on the table. But you probably don't need to use all of the spaghetti for this because there's 20 ounces in here. So any pasta noodles that you set aside, you can make another meal out of it. You can add some cream of chicken with some mixed vegetables and a little can of chicken, and you can turn it into a chicken pasta that's sort of like a pot pie over pasta. It's pretty tasty. It's amazing what you can make with a little variety, a little imagination, and then you can still keep going, keep putting meals on the table for hardly any money at all. To round out my Dollar Tree emergency grocery meal prep, I picked up a can of fruit. It's always nice if you can have fresh fruits and vegetables, but sometimes they're not possible to have. They're too expensive. They're not in season. We can't grow them in our garden in the winter, so it's nice to have some options in our pantry. So I picked up a can of sliced peaches. These are in heavy syrup. I would prefer if they were in juice or light syrup or just in water, but sometimes we don't have those choices. So when you're looking for canned and packaged foods, they are high in salt, so you might want to look for salt-free options, and that's not always possible, but sometimes it is, and you can find things with less sugar, less salt. Pay attention to those when you're stockpiling your food so you don't overload your body with salt and sugar that may not be exactly what you want. Let me know what you think about the 11 items that I bought at Dollar Tree so that I have some emergency grocery meal preps on hand. It doesn't have to be complicated to add to your food stockpile. We just need a little forethought. Find the foods that you are willing to eat, foods that you know how to prepare, and then those are the foods that should be in your prepper pantry. Foods that you want to use, rotate, and replace. Then try to store your food as well as possible, cool, dark, and dry, in an airtight container. So you want to make sure that if you're storing the pastas for very long term, you want to take them out of the cardboard box. They're just loose in a cardboard box. Anything can get spilled on it, they can get stale, critters could chew on it. So put them into an airtight container. Recycle an old jar, use a canning jar, put them in a Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber even, into a bucket. Add variety into the foods that you're storing so that you can continue to make meals interesting when we're tight on money and time. I hope you'll like my video, share it, please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.